säg till när vi börjar. Hello and welcome to Shipper for the News Story, this third day of reflection. I'm Mette.
I'm Thomas.
And I'm Stellan, and I've been moderating just as you have, Thomas. And this is the Daily Sonar, so we're going to not only reflect stuff, we're going to dig a little bit deeper to take things with us tomorrow. So
Sounds good.
I've just came from a fantastic dialogue on making sustainability sustainable. What was your topic of today?
My topic of today has been being the change.
Mm-hmm.
How can we be the change in changing times? And the balance between masculine and feminine.
Wow.
So, yeah, very interesting points. And
yeah, I've had also very interesting titles. Another one was, and this is interesting, Best for the World Champion.
yeah,
I mean, in the previous paradigm, we were seen as someone who was leading the change, or and when someone was leading, there was also someone that had to be led. And the idea here was, how can we find new ways to look at the future together? So that was very interesting, and we had at that. I don't know how you have engaged with people, but I have engaged with people from all around the world, and from all parts of Sweden, and from all ages and so on. What have you seen?
well, I've met some very interesting people with a lot of experience and insight in personal leadership.
Mm.
In as I say, in how we can create the change and what is necessary for it.
Mm.
And yeah, the basic starting point was actually the only person you can change is yourself.
Mm. Yeah.
And to be able to do that, you need consciousness, you need curiosity, and you need will to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's interesting. Curiosity was something that I had in many dialogues yesterday. Today I've had also some points that were actually part of many dialogues, and some of those were connected to relatedness, togetherness, and also some kind of like a collaboration or collective brain, more or less the situation that we've been into. I mean, even if we want dialogues that are on for with a perspective for many years forward. We all have just experienced or still are in the corona experience, so that has pushed us into this collective brain, more or less, that digitalization. I mean, we have been talking about it, we have been doing it in some level, but now it's real for everyone. And we had a guy from Pakistan, Karachi, his name is Rihan Alawala, and he told us about that. I mean, they had struggled with problems before that were like people who couldn't read or write, and now they have a mobile phone in their hands and they could engage by YouTube or Facebook and stuff like that. And I was really glad to hear that he meant that there have been so many disruptive changes for the good, and at the same time he also said that we need to change and disrupt politics and education, and maybe that is what is happening now, he added. So I believe that there is a lot of things going on right now, democratic dialogues at the table in your house or in your workplace or in society. And so, I mean, now we have gathered people and now we have broadcasted and so on. But I mean, this is just some of the dialogues that are taking place right now. So there are many dialogues and many democratic conversations around the world right now, and that brings hope, I guess.
Yeah, that definitely brings hope, and I'm happy to say that the way to what we discussed is to spread the change and to increase the willingness to change. The platforms we discussed that it's very important for new platforms to be built, like conferences and seminars and all of these digital activities that are in the world today. So we also meant that to expand, we need to do something about the education system, as you mentioned. We need to get in reflective learning into the education system, so it's not just facts and skills, but something more to it.
And talking about curiosity, now I'm a little bit curious about what Mette is doing, because she is graphically facilitating here, or in some way, or recording what we are talking about. and the daily sonar is a concept that I mean, we're developing that too. So so you're into the pictures right now, and I really love that. I'm a little bit curious. I would really like to see it afterwards. So
yes, you will see it afterwards.
Yeah, and you who follow this stream right now, we will put it in the comments there. So that's why you're so engaged in the
yes.
iPad. Yeah, great.
Just,
and when you talk about lifelong learning, this is a new way that we didn't have. I mean, when I went to school, more or less, what I mean, I could draw my own sketches and doodles and stuff like that, but I couldn't share it with the world.
No.
And that's interesting, and that's something that is a red thread that I've been jumping from panel to panel today. And I've also engaged in a very interesting. And when I'm actually laughing because I really loved it. It was a fantastic workshop here earlier today called Find Your Way. And yeah, we did some, I don't know how to describe it, because it was more or less a dancing experience, but it wasn't. It was like an exercise we did just to warm up, which really touched me. It was like, if I held my hand like this, you were supposed to follow with your nose. So if I did like this, you had to follow it. So if I did like that, and you did like that, and then you went like this. So it was a fantastic exercise, which brought so much joy and curiosity also into it. It was really, really interesting, and that connects to another another word I've written down that has been part of many, and that is norm breaking. So, and by doing that, you're expanding your comfort zone for a while, and then that becomes the comfort zone and the new normal. So that's interesting. I mean, if we do like what Mette is doing now, in 10 years, that is probably done everywhere by everyone.
Yeah. Now things are changing.
So, what would you say are your main takeaways from today?
My main takeaways from today, and actually from the 3 days I've been here, has been that there is so much possibilities and opportunities and need for change and for development, and it's really exciting to be a part of it. We had, for example, the discussion about the masculine and the feminine, and the feminine and the masculine. We could well, look back at the last, I don't know how many 100 years, and see the masculine energy kind of creating the structures and everything that we built up, the societies and everything, and the feminine, the more soft energies being pushed down.
Even called soft, but it was actually not soft.
I say it for a purpose, because what we meant was that we could say it's human, more of the humanistic side. But what we meant was that the value of the masculine, the performance, has been dominating for a long period of time, considering soft being weak. But we're now moving into an area where we actually, or into a period when we reevaluate these two energies to make them, if you can imagine the yin and yang symbol with two black and white halves, and then a dot of white in the black and a dot of black in the white. Those haven't been looking like that symbol, the balance between these energies, but we need to move there, and we said also it's about creating insights and having dialogues instead of debates, not political, from a political point of view we need to win, but from a point where we need to understand each other and see the value of both energies.
Yeah. I also had some interesting takeaways. I started out this morning by in a panel, or was it the dialogue? I don't remember exactly. Never mind. We were talking about ending poverty as the global sustainable development goal, but on a local scale, here in Sweden and in different municipalities, and related to children in poverty. And I mean, we realized that not realized maybe, but we actually concluded that there is a problem. We have formulated a problem. There is a solution, and nothing is happening. And this is, I would say, symptomatic for what has been in the previous paradigm, that we could conclude stuff, or we could see things, or we could be aware. Another example here was that we in the previous dialogue we talked about we know a lot of things when we go into the grocery store. We know how the animals have been raised, or and we know about the grocery the salad and lettuce or the cucumbers. We know the production ways, but then when we get into the grocery store, it's all gone, and we just do what we always done. But I believe that there is a humongous change right now. I mean, on all levels, and I would almost say thanks to Corona, because we have actually seen new things happening, and that change isn't always for the bad. I mean, there are definitely people who have been really have struggled this spring, but actually at the same time we have tried out new stuff. We have come together. We have found new ways and so on. So that is something that is, I would say, what couldn't be solved before can maybe now be solved.
And it's a shame that it takes coronavirus to make us realize that.
Yeah, in some sense, yes.
But that's, I mean, we can only be grateful that we have people who are seeking for these opportunities in this kind of situation, and that they have the insight that something needs to be done and can be done actually. Yeah,
it's a great revelation that we are standing in right now. Hopefully, many to come, but this is definitely a revelation of many things. What is sustainable and not sustainable, what is reasonable, not reasonable, and what is to value and not to value, and so on. So we definitely need more dialogues, and that's what we're going to have tomorrow, right? Do you have things on your agenda tomorrow?
I don't know.
You don't know yet? Yeah.
No, well, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
As far as until now.
Up until now, yeah, so you never know. There is a spot named Questions from the Week.
Okay.
Maybe that is the one that you're going to engage in. Yeah, but tomorrow we're going to looking forward to take the next step. Today it was being the change, to be the change we want to see in the world, and tomorrow together and co-creation is the I think it's called co-creation, how we can work together. So that is tomorrow's topic. So looking forward to that. Mette, how's it going for you there?
Oh, it has, yes, many words.
Many words and many pictures. So
great.
Thank you.
Now we're going into the next phase here. We're going to have an interesting mingle with an organization called Food to Change here in a couple of minutes. And I would like to just spend a couple of minutes on Food to Change, because I believe that is being the change you want to see in the world. This organization its members, it's called hero members. To become a hero member, you actually have to be almost on the limit of poverty. in Sweden there are like different levels, but you have to have a very low income to be able to be member in the organization, and then you pay in Swedish 500 kronas for half a year, and for that you become a hero member, and you go to the grocery store, and you are you're actually the solution to food waste. So you dedicate yourself to bring home 10 bags of food for half a year. So that is Food to Change, and
Okay.
we're going to have a mingle with this because we really want to be the change that we want to see in the world. So we're glad to have Food to Change here to help us out on that, and to make heroes of those who solve the food waste problem. And so a big thanks to Food to Change who are here right now. So shall we say goodbye and good night for now, and hopefully we see each all tomorrow morning, and we will also like to invite you to engage in the stream, in the comments, and even if you come back and you look at this again, please comment, and when we get notifications we will connect you to the people that you're interested in meeting. And also please spread the different links and the videos that are on YouTube right now, and you find the whole program on sheepofanewstory.com, and see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mette.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.